Okay, good morning, everybody. What I'm getting ready to do is I'm gonna dehydrate these black beans. See, let's spread them out on the dehydrator. Make sure that I leave a little space in between because you want the airflow to go through. And yeah, so this is what I wanted to show everyone. I already showed you how to do the rice, how I browned the rice in the oven, and then I cooked the rice, and then I dehydrated the rice. And this is the dehydrated rice that has been cooked. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up, I have 5 trays. I'm going to fill up all 5 trays with black beans, and then I'm going to dehydrate them. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the cooked navy beans. Okay. Okay, I loaded up my trays. I thought I had enough for the 5 trays, but I only have enough for the 4 trays. So I didn't want a tray to not be used. So I decided to dehydrate some mushrooms. Okay, so okay, family. I'll be back. And this is gonna take some hours to do, but I will show the after result. And these are the Marla bags that I will be putting the beans in along with the rice. Okay. Okay, everyone. As you can see, the black beans that I had laid out on the tray have been dehydrating all day, family. All of the trays, the beans are dry. They have a brittle feel. They break apart. And yeah, see, on all the trays. And you see how when I put the beans on the tray, how it filled out the tray? But after dehydrating, you see all of the space, all of that empty space. And that's because of the beans, the moisture being absorbed out. And I put it in this jar, some of the beans in the jar, just to check to see if there was any condensation. Because if there was condensation, then that means that the beans were not thoroughly dried. They weren't dehydrated fully. And I also have the Mylar bags, right, which I want to show you. All you have to do is scoop some of those beans up, and you can put it in the Mylar bags along with the rice. This is the rice that I had dehydrated last week. And I started off putting the parboiled rice in the oven, which browned it. Then I cooked it. Then I dehydrated it. And then I put it in the jar. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is take some of the beans, right, along with some of the rice, and I'm going to put it inside the Mylar bags, which is much easier to carry. And you see what it looks like? I know you're looking at it and you say it doesn't look like it's much. But you have to keep in mind, family, that it's dehydrated, which means all of the moisture was sucked out of the bag, right? But when you add the water to the rice and to the beans, it's going to puff back up and it's going to be much more than what's in the bag, right? And this is what I mean. These bags are, I love them. It's very light. You could put a number of those in your backpack, and very easy to transport, family. Very easy to do. So I just would advise that everybody gets a dehydrator. They don't cost much. You can get a dehydrator like for maybe $30 on Amazon. And I want to show it's so much easier to carry the Mylar bags as opposed to a jar. Like if this was filled up with rice and beans in the jar, just imagine the weight and the space that it would take as opposed to the bag. So yeah, I hope everybody will just take the time to there's so many things that you can dehydrate: your fruit, your vegetables, and I'm not one for dehydrating meat, but man, there's so many things that's of nutritional value that you can dehydrate and that you can take with you. You can grab with you, throw it in your to-go bag, as opposed to the jar. Who wants to carry jars of food around? You have to worry about the jars breaking, and no, I just wouldn't. I just think that you should have more than one way of preserving the food, family. You know, I think it's just important, and it just gives you just a better way of being able to grab food and take it and be on the go. And also get you some absorbers, because you could put those inside the jar. Like after you dehydrate it, if you want to put it in a jar, you could put the absorber, and you can use the vacuum seal to seal the jar back up. And yeah, it's just man, it's just very important. The minister taught us, and I learned in my MGT class on how to preserve our food, because the worst thing is to need food and not have it. And one thing is for sure, we can't say that we have not been warned. And all I was trying to do is just pass on another way that we can store our food. Also, as you notice, you can see through this bag. Now, I didn't realize that the bag was you could see what's in the bag, and I don't want my food exposed to any light. So I'm going to make sure that these bags are in a black bag, because I don't want any light to tamper with the contents of what's in the bag. So you got to protect it. You got to treat your food like it's currency. You have to treat your food like it's currency and protect it. And that's what I plan to do. Family, that's what I plan to do. And man, I hope everyone got some nuggets, some information. You can go online and you can look up on how to dehydrate a lot of fruits and vegetables, and how you can store them in your Mylar. Okay, everyone. Jar number 1, jar number 2, and this is the beans and rice that I have put inside of the Mylar bag. Okay, so as you can see, from those 4 trays of beans, I was able to get a little less than, the 2 quarts of the beans. And like I said before, family, don't be intimidated or feel like you don't have enough food because you're looking at the small amount. But you have to realize that when you dehydrate, you are removing all of the moisture out of the food, family. So it's gonna shrink. Okay, it's going to shrink. But when you add, just like when you cook your rice, the little rice that you put in the pot, when you add the water and cook your rice, and look how much it expands. So don't think that, oh, like this is not enough. Just remember, it's going to expand and it's going to be enough, family. So I just want everybody to please, like I said before, start storing your food, family. Start storing your food. One thing that I like with dehydration, even when it comes to storage, like you're not filling up you're overwhelming your pantry has so many jars is it in it. If there's a way to compress some of that, then do it, and that way you can have it tucked and hidden. And because you gotta be mindful. There are plenty of places there's plenty of places you can go ahead and hide this, family. There's a lot of places you can hide this. You can hide this in plain sight, family. All right. So I have right here. I got these mushrooms that's gonna be finishing up, and then I'll figure out what's gonna be on the agenda for tomorrow. But I am thinking about I may go ahead and put some navy beans on, and that way they can dehydrate while I'm asleep. All right, families, I want everybody to be well. And Sister Deborah, if you seeing this, or you a sister for this, if you got something that you can add to what I'm doing, then call me and let me know. All right. Good evening, family.